With nail art, you may have heard of nail stamping. For those of you who haven't, I'm going to explain what it is.
So the three main important things you will need are a stamping plate. I'm using the number 2 MoYou London nail plate from the Suki collection, but you can use any nail plate you like. And I'm also using the MoYou XL double-sided stamp and scraper. If you're a beginner, I recommend the Konad double-sided stamp set because it's easy to use and it might feel overwhelming to use a large stamper. So here is a clear view of my stamper that I'll be using. This is the small end, and on the other side you will see the larger end of the stamper. And I'm also going to give you a view of how the scraper looks like up close. And as you can see, the handle is quite large, which I think gives better control and more accuracy. So that really helps to get a perfect swipe the first time. So now I'm going to teach you how to actually use this nail stamp. So far I've come across 2 variations of rubber stampers, and the first one would be the single-ended stampers, and they typically look like this, and as you can see they only have one end. They're good for control and if you're just starting out, but if you want something that's a little bit more convenient, the second type of stamper I came across is the double-ended stamper, and they look pretty much like this. This is my Konad double-ended stamper, and I absolutely love this. I recommend this for beginners, and even if you're not a beginner, I think it's really handy. Now I have 4 top nail stamping tips that will really help anyone who is struggling with their nail stamps. I learnt these through experience, and the first one is to be quick when stamping your nails. This is because the nail polish can get dry if you don't, and you won't be able to use it, which means you may have to start again if you can't transfer the designs properly. Number 2 is to use a good quality equipment for the best results, and I mean things like stampers and scrapers, and results vary for different people, and this is why they have different preferences, but just do what works best for you. And I would say buy a good quality stamper and scraper at least. Number 3 is to buy decent nail polishes, and by this I mean that some nail polish formulas are too thin for nail stamping. So when you put a thin formula nail polish on the nail plate, what happens is that the design doesn't transfer as strongly as it could have because it comes out a bit transparent on your nails. My personal favorite is OPI because their polishes are thick and consistent and give the best results. My final tip, which is tip number 4, is to clean your nail stamping equipment with cheap nail polish remover, but use nourishing formulas to reduce nail damage, because cheap nail polish formulas work fine when you're cleaning your equipment, but when you're actually removing nail polish from your nails, then you should use a nourishing formula to reduce the amount of damage to your actual nails. This is so you can reduce the chances of your nails becoming brittle and dry. That's it for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my social media in the description bar below, and don't forget to subscribe as well. I'll catch you next week, and happy stamping!